Alright, welcome to how to make your own squad map within Squad Unreal Engine 5. This is going to be from beginning to start. Hopefully, it won't be the full thing. This will be kind of like part 1, but you're going to bear with me because I haven't done this in a long time. But we're going to start here. I'm going to pick Maui because that's where we're going to be making our new layer. It's going to go here, do that, hit create. Okay, so now that we have our layer set up, or our mod set up, sorry, Maui, we got to do a couple things in here. So we want a levels folder. We're going to want a layer folder for right now. And so this tool that we need, I'm going to bring over. This is going to be manticorp.github.io. This is going to create your own Heightmap. This is a really cool tool. I got it centered around the islands of Maui. We set it to Unreal Engine size, the max size. So this is going to be kind of a bigger map. Single tile. Leave that there, and you're going to hit generate Heightmap. And that should be downloaded soon. Anyways, while that is loading, we'll go ahead and go to levels, right click, create level, and we'll call it Maui. And then right click, we need a data asset. And that is going to be a squad level. And then we'll call this Maui underscore level. Give me 1 second. I need a reference. Yeah, that is what I need. Okay, let's open this up. And we'll pull this guy over. So while I'm doing this, it should give you some time to go ahead and create and figure out what kind of island, like where in the map that you want to make it. Kind of start building out your levels folder, your map. Let's go to Goose Bay, layer data table. Layer table, I need a level table. There it is, squad level, yeah. Yeah, SQ level, that's exactly what we need. Okay, and then we need a level table. So, search up table, or data table, and then squad level entry. So go ahead and open the first one up. A couple things that we got to do. We're going to select this to our new world. So just take that, drag it in. And then our level table is going to be Maui underscore level table. Put that there. And once that is all hooked up, open this guy, hit add. And then we can rename this to Maui. This will be important, so keep that later on. Maui. Country name, obviously USA. Leave the lore, you can leave the rest of this. You can change this. So if you just undo a underscore, you can find all of the things. I don't know what this is. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's loud. That's normal. Okay, well, they're all kind of cool. So we'll just do Centurion. Leave that there. Go back here. And we want to select that row name for this one. Hit save. We're done with there. And we'll go back to our... not this one, not that one, not that one. Now we level. And we'll open up our level. So this is where the cool stuff is going to happen. So I believe it's up here. Where build landscape. Oh, it's this one right here. Selection mode landscape. Okay, and then this is where we're gonna need our kind of like import from file. We're gonna do a height map. We'll go to our downloads where we found it. This is our height map that we were gonna do. So this is gonna be a big map, obviously. I don't think I did the right one, which is fine. We don't. Nope, that's the right one. So then you can kind of just select what material that you're gonna use. You can do underscore landscape and find any kind of like previous landscapes. It's not European. Or you can make your own. If you don't know how to do that, just search it up, how to make a material. Musty is fine. I'll just do musty. I don't even know what it looks like. Oh, because it's broken. Okay, cool. There is a way to fix that. It's inside of the just the Discord. You can go find it. Just go find it if you want to. I don't know if you actually need any of this stuff, but I'm just gonna just shock it in there. Because I can't. Soil. Soil. We'll just do anything. So don't do anything that has like the exclamation point. It's not shipped. If you need that, actually, you just gotta put that in your mod, and then you can obviously do whatever you need to do with it. Okay, and then import. And that's going to import, and while that's importing and generating, I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So now that you're at this kind of point, once it's done managing, and you can actually kind of like create your own sculpture or anything like that. If you guys want to create your own landscape, go watch a tutorial on how to create a landscape, do it, and then come back to this specific point at the 10-minute mark. So once you're here, you can kind of change everything and what it looks like. So it did look like it did do a pretty good job so far with grabbing like the depth of the ocean here, and then the islands that you can see here, and then I'll have to figure out. I think the water would come up right up to here, which is good. It's fine. So if you guys don't know where this is at, just go to unlit. You can do wireframe, kind of sees everything. Do delit or anything like that. If you guys actually want to like see, and you're like, oh my god, I want to see, you can search for the ultra dynamic sky. Oh, obviously, it's gonna be this one, and just paste it in there. Well, that'll kind of get you everything. And then we are in the ocean, so we will use the ocean. And we'll pop the ocean in there. In the ocean, we will need to. I can't click on it. The ocean's fine. The ocean's fine. We just need to, and like it's blue because I haven't fixed any of my stuff yet. But we can lower the landscape down just a hair. Oh, that's rotation. That's not the right one. Okay, 0. And then we can actually probably 0 this out. I don't think it matters exactly where it's gonna be because you're gonna put like the spawn location and stuff in it anyways. So it shouldn't matter too much. But yeah, we do want to bring it down a little bit. Let's just do like -500 as a starting point, as like a rough starting point, and then we still do have somewhat what it should look like somewhat. Oh, I moved it. I think right there is where I had it. Okay, so I'm gonna say we do need to go down a lot. Landscape, maybe like down 1,000. I don't even think I don't think it's moving. Or it's moving, but it's also like. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave it right here. You get the gist. So this is kind of how you're gonna make the layer. You can add in all your trees, your foliage. I don't know PCG at all. So if you do want to do PCG, search up how to do it. If you want like a reference, then go into the Albazra, and it's the new one. This kind of has everything that, see, they even have a height map for it. This is an albedo. I don't know. No, this is a grayscale. Anyways, you can kind of like use Albazra as a point to kind of show you how all the PCG stuff is done. Maybe not this one. Is there another one? There's gotta be. Albazra. Albazra. Yeah, it's in. It's in Albazra. Not Basra City. It's in Albazra. It's this guy. This one right here. Maps. This is the one that we need. Shared automation stuff, which is pretty cool. The UI for it. Okay. Well, anyways, if you need any kind of like PCG stuff, like you don't know what you're doing with that stuff, look at Albazra. It's a good reference to look for it. OWI. This is their kind of like their first attempt at PCG stuff. They do have more tools that are going to be coming out that are kind of like being whispered around. That'll kind of help with PCG, creating new maps, etc., etc. Hopefully I can get into that and figure out how to do that and show you guys something. So now what we don't want is we don't want the sky in here. And I guess I could have put the ocean in that one. Okay, so what you can do, I could have figured it out. I was on landscape. You just go back up here to selection. You can have all kinds of stuff. You can do foliage, painting, whatever. Go back to selection. We want to remove the sky from this. This is important. Because you can put it, you're going to be putting it onto the layer. Technically, you should be putting it onto the lighting layer. Don't know how to do that. That'll come up in another video. Or you can watch Warmaster. I think that his videos are pretty good as well too. But let's finish this out. Let's go to our Maui content. So now what we need to do is make our first layer. So we're going to right click. Okay, sorry, I figured it out. So you're actually, once you get your level done, you're going to go over to your layer. You're going to right click, new level. And then this is going to be like kind of like your first layer. So you can do Maui underscore AAS underscore V1. Hit OK. And then what you need to do to get to this point is you'll go to levels up here. You're going to go to levels, add existing, and then you'll go to your content browser of your mod, find the levels, click on Maui, click on your level that you made. And actually, to kind of keep it semi-formal of OWI, you can do underscore geo, and that'll kind of keep everything uniform. You don't have to. It is what it is. So here, geo, theater of operations. This is going to be, I don't even know. I think it's forest, and we do the Pacific. That one's good. That's fine. That's fine. Keep all this the same. So then to build out the layer, what we're going to do is, let me look over here, and I need to make this and complete layers, data. Okay, so we need a data table. Squad layer entry. So then we're going to create a data table. And then SQ layer entry. Hit OK. And then you're going to name this Maui underscore layer table. Open that up. Create a new one. You can rename it to Maui. This is kind of what they do. Okay, so this is going to be all kind of like what you have set up. So the first one, we're just going to do Maui underscore AAS underscore V1. And then Maui underscore or Maui AA. I almost put the ASS again. And then save that. We can close that out. And then we need a data asset. And this one's going to be of an SQ layer. So data asset of an SQ layer. And then Maui underscore AAS underscore 1 layer. Okay, so this is gonna be where like all of our meat and bones of everything is gonna be at. So this one's gonna be like a medium. So this is gonna be like your fob radius, like how far your radio is going to be on the map. I'm just gonna keep it medium, keep that well. So your level ID, you're actually going to get from your level here. So whatever you named this row is what it should be. We'll hit Maui there. And then gameplay, we're going to do AAS. We're going to do... We actually didn't set this persistent data to lighting table up. I guess I can try and give that to you guys later on. But here we're going to go into our worlds and we want to add not our geo, but our layer. And then we need 2 team factions of these guys. I'll open those back up. This is where you're going to set your team. So team 1, team 2. And then we can just set anything. Just going to do combined arms. Yeah. It's large defense. Large. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Just do large defense of ADFU, and then maybe they'll fight PLA. Don't quote me on any of this, okay? Kind of just do what I'm doing. Ask questions later. Oh, blue 4. Independent. Nope. And then independent. And then same thing here. Okay, red 4. Blue 4. Pack. Independent. Allowed faction types, combined arms. Allowed faction types, combined arms. If you need help with any of this, remember you can pull up any of the vanilla stuff and see exactly what it's doing. You can even hit copy and then hit paste, paste, and it doesn't have any retired flags. We can set the tickets. And then we can, the same thing, copy. This will have it to where all of them can play. Paste. And then you can kind of set like, you know, boats available, helicopters available, text available. If you're kind of doing a little bit more of like the operations and stuff, you can use any of these, or like training or anything like that. Now, one of the big things that you guys need to realize and understand, where it says auto, we'll get to the objectives and stuff later on, but these are going to be automatically filled in. You should not have to mess with these at all. And then now that we're kind of here at this point, we need a couple of things that I forgot. We need an SQ map boundary. I'm gonna take that, drag that in, leave it in there for now. We need the map corners. I think it's any actor is fine, but there's like specific map that you can probably do and use. We need a map camera. Who am I kidding? Okay, let's just show you a little cheat. So we go into our maps, we find the minimal. This one is going to be, where is it? This is going to be kind of your, like the first map when you first logged in to the SDK, obviously. I think it's this one. So we can actually just, yeah, SQ marker. We can just take this, click on it, and then take these, click on those. Map camera location. And then you're going to hit Control C and then go back to your mod. This isn't going to be everything, so don't get too far ahead. You can kind of do the same thing, like if you open up like Albaz or anything like that, kind of copy and paste those, like the main spawn, the protection spawn, or anything like that. Kind of copy it in straight over. So now we just need to make this map camera actor. Map. I think it's map corner 0. And then map corner 1. And then you will go ahead and go to your world settings and then set those to where it needs to be here. So texture 0, number 1. Game mode override is going to be AAS. This is where you'll generate a mini map, so that's going to take like a space camera picture down, where you can generate your mini map, and it'll automatically save right into here. And then we need Map camera location, map camera actor. So now let's go fix that error that we were having. And to figure it out, like if you lose it and you don't know what it is, you can just hit validate and it should pop back up. Invalid data table. So we need to go to our AAS layer. It's here. And it's because we just didn't set our data table. Which is fine, because then we can just find it in the content browser. Nope, not that one. This one. There, and hit save. Cool. And that should have cleared out all of our errors. So now we can technically spawn in, but we did not do one thing. We need to go to our asset manager and we need to add every single one of these into our thing. So starting with level and then go to layer. Go to factions. This is if we would you don't technically have to do this one. I just do it just cause I don't want to run into any issues, but we're not making any custom faction, so we don't technically need to add it, or we're actually also not doing any custom faction setups either, because we're just kind of just doing vanilla. Again, this is a tutorial. This isn't just like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm not actually building a map. I'm just showing you guys how to do this. Super simple, super easy. If you guys have questions, obviously, come, just ask. So now, a couple of things that we need to do. We don't have, so we have our spawns, and you can see them up here. We don't have our any gameplay or anything like that. So we're going to change this. So team 1 spawn group, and this is team 1 spawn, and then T1 spawn group. I think it's team 1 spawn group main. Oh, see, I messed up. T2. This is going to be team 2. And then you're going to go into these detail panels and kind of set where their group is at. So T1 spawn, T1 spawn group. And then here, T1 spawn, T2 spawns group. And then you can like set your this respawn delay times or anything like that. I think a lot of the game mode covers all of that, so you shouldn't really have to mess with anything right here. Unless you're making like a crazy thing. So you want to keep these the base spawns. If you're doing like a forward, you would obviously do like a half spawn. I think it's a half spawn is what you do. Cool. So we need to set up our layer stuff. And I'm gonna load up a map and I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, I am back. So the first thing that we want to do is actually we want to go ahead and add our lighting. like spell like GHDNG. Everything has lighting layers. Awesome. That is perfect. So now we want to do Pacific, if we could. Eastern Europe, East Asia, Middle East, North America. We go North America? Yeah, we'll do North America. Boom, there we go. That's how you add that in. And then we do want to rename this. This is gonna be location, and these are going to be map texture. Map texture corners 0. Map texture corner 1. And then I think that's all. I mean, there is a landscape renderer. That's one of these. I don't know exactly what this does. Or how this works. So if you guys have any like suggestions or anything like that, please post in this Discord. Let me know what it is, what it works. See, I don't even know what any of this does. You're going to have to look this up. But we do want to just set up like a simple, like a main area and stuff. So grab these two, move them. I'll grab these two, move them. Right, I'm just simulating like what you would do in terms of like putting down HDF. So we need our AAS graph, which is our BP. Set that 0. I don't think it matters where it goes at. You can just put it in the middle, put it anywhere. And so we can do this and make a new folder and call it AS capture zones. And then move this guy to here so that we know where it's at. And then we can start adding some capture zones in. So we want capture zone mains. And we will move it up to here. And we'll say this is going to be team 1. Oh, okay, I see how they're doing it. I see how they're doing it. They're doing it like this. 0, 0. Yeah, team 1 main. Okay. 0, 0. Team 1 main. And then we can go ahead and just a duplicate. Team 2. We'll set that at 100. And then we need an actual capture zone. And we'll set this up here. So you can add as many capture zones as you want. 01, and then we can call like Maui would be like the central location. And then you can do like initial team flag name, Maui. And then I think you can do like a text render actor. Yep, you can, world size. And then Maui, and then you can just put it like right over top of where the thing is at. So here, text render. Name it after like the thing, Maui text. Maybe something like that. You can leave that out of your own thing, or just make like a subfolder. Paste that, raise it up. It's actually really tiny though. Oh my god. Perfect. So now we can, like, team 1 will spawn here. Team 2 will spawn there. Maui capture zone is here. Perfect. And then, yeah, like we can just do, like, let's say like you're over here. And you want to do, we could do repair cat, like, so repair pads, like Heli. Here. Here. So like if you're setting up like your mains and stuff, you would have like your repair pads. You can do like your ammo boxes. So these are deployable scanners. Spawner. I don't know why it went over there. I did not grab the right one. We need the BP. And then you can set up like, oh, it's gonna be an ammo box. This would be team 1 ammo box. And then I believe we're doing ADFU for team 1. So ammo crate, ADFU, team 1. And then you just want to make sure like this is like attached to the ground. And then to do like the vehicle spawners, you can search up spawner, vehicle spawner. And then you can set these to, you know, any ground, air helo, bikes. So I'm just gonna do any ground. Don't do any specific ones, but you'll set that to team 1, team 0. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. What is this guy? The main. So there is like a lot of stuff that I'm not putting in, right? So there's, you do have to take some time and go and search and open up a vanilla map, kind of see what they're doing. You can even go into it and copy paste, like you can, like the same thing that we did earlier, copy paste. You do want to end up like renaming So this vehicle spawner, we would do like T1. Yeah, T1 spawner. And then you would do like ground any, right? And then you would take this one and you would want to put it inside the T1s. So kind of like where it's gonna spawn at, or you can like remake a new subfolder and just do like team 1 spawns. Oh, it's already there. Well, you know what? You guys get what I'm saying. You guys can go crazy with it or anything like that. And then you have like each spawn has like no deploy zones. So this is gonna say like do not deploy outside of X location. Where's that box at? I think you have to add a box to it, but you guys get the gist. After this point, you guys should be able to spawn in. Things should be able to auto load. If I'm missing anything, just shoot me a message in the Discord or post in the Discord or ask anybody else. But this should get you guys set up to a point to where you can really learn all the different locations and what and how OWI builds it out. I do believe most of the OWI nowadays, everything is automatically built out for them. They can just hit a button. Just kidding, not really hit a button, but a lot of their factions and stuff like that will automatically start auto injecting into here. It's pretty cool. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to my Discord. Reach out in the Discord and Squad Discord, and we can help you guys out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. See ya.